Alright. I believe I'm going. I should be going. It says excellent, but I don't know. I don't know. Waiting for a sign. So, what I want to do is build more houses. What I need is more dirt to cover up the sand. So I can fix holes and stuff. So welcome to episode 28 of Let's Play. Man, this world takes forever to make. Like, it's kind of stupid how much time it takes to do anything. But, that's the neat thing about Minecraft. I can just, like, take as much time as I want. there's no nothing, right? I can, like, nothing pushing me forward or backwards. Nothing pushing me in any direction. Like, I could leave this all tomorrow or leave it for like a year and come back and it would still be here, right where I left it. Nothing changed. So alright, so I want to get some dirt. I'm looking for dirt. And I don't want to, like, take dirt near my house. But I'll steal someone else's dirt. Like, I'll just steal this hilltop. Thanks. Yeah, thanks for the hilltop, guys. So yeah. What's going on, dudes? What's going on, my dudes? I've been going to the gym, and like it's a pretty good thing. Except I have to kick my own ass in order to make me go, to make me show up. I really don't want to go to the gym. But I know it's good for you. But I gotta like, it's dealing with all the little things that you gotta deal with when you go to the gym. Like, for example, like at the end of my workout, I was pretty tired. I was like, wow, I just started breaking a sweat actually. So like, let's be real. But I was like, oh, I gotta get going. How long have I been at the gym? So what did I do? I absent-mindedly pulled out my phone to check the time. And when I did that, I happened to be walking by the treadmills. So I do that real quick, and then I look up, and all these women are looking at me. Like I did something wrong, and I'm like, what? Then I'm like, oh shit. They think I'm a perv, and I like just took a picture of them. Dude, that sucks. That's totally not what I intended, or not what I like. Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. No, I'm not taking pictures of you, like fully clothed at a gym. Like, no. If I want to look at porn, I can, there's the whole internet for that. I was checking the time, guys, but like, damn, it was too late. I already did it. I already took my phone out and like looked at it, and yeah, it sucks. So I'm like, shit. But it is good to be going to the gym. It's good to go to the gym. Like, I haven't gone to the gym in a long time, and after the first day, it hurt so bad. And then the second day I went, yeah, it hurt pretty bad. It still hurt. And then I gave myself like 4 days off. Well, 3 days off. 3 days off. And then I went back, but now it doesn't hurt. Like, it's a little bit sore, but not nearly as bad as before. And I already noticed the results in my posture. So like, it's great to go to the gym. It's fantastic. It's great. Of course, like the other day I worked out my back, and and afterwards I was like, man, I'm really tired. I'm really tired from that. And yeah, then I think of all the people whose like job it is to use their back. I'm like, damn. Damn. That's a lot of work. It's hard. I just stole this hilltop. Get the rest of them. Alright. Let me go home. It's dark. It's dark and scary. But no one will ever be the wiser that I stole a hilltop. From over there. Because I never go over there. But now I've got dirt. Fantastic dirt. Let's see. Donald Trump held a press conference at his New York estate. And it was hilarious because here's this rich ass motherfucker, this guy sitting in front of his mansion telling the rest of us like how expensive is our lives. And I'm like, yeah, you know why? It's because people like you don't pay your taxes, Donald Trump. And then Donald Trump wants to make it so that none of his rich friends pay taxes either. But just the rich people. That's why all the rich people are backing Donald Trump. Maybe not all of them, but a lot of them. I'm gonna put this dirt down. Lay this dirt down. That's why I came here. That's why I did all that. I can lay down the dirt. So yeah. Donald Trump at his rich ass mansion held a press conference, but the press that showed up were only press that he likes. and then he gave them all the questions they were allowed to ask. And if they asked the question they weren't allowed to ask, Donald Trump just ignored them and wouldn't answer it. It was like the stupidest thing ever. It was basically Donald Trump tricked them into giving him free press. Because they could only ask the questions that he wanted them to ask. They couldn't ask their own questions. So is the press really free at that point? if they're not allowed to ask questions that you don't like? I mean, I imagine if he didn't like the media, then he wouldn't have invited them to his show. His show. It's a show. Everybody knows. Story came out that said Russia's gonna try to interfere and influence this election as well as they did in the past. So it's happening again. So I remind you that, like, to be careful with whom you interact on the internet, because a lot of some of those people are gonna be bots. They're gonna be AI. So it'll get you nowhere by engaging with them. And some of them are actual, like, Russians who speak enough English to emulate an American. But there's little clues. There's clues that they're not who they appear to be. Like, they won't really get the American culture. And they're just there to troll you and demoralize you. That's literally their job, is to demoralize you and spread disinformation, lies. Lies! But I don't know, man, right? Listen, I was on this one guy's Facebook page. He's like a local celebrity. Well, I wouldn't say celebrity, I don't know. He's like a local guy. He's a local rapper, producer. Like, yeah, the guy's like hustling. And he put out a question on his Facebook page, like, Harris or Trump? And there's a lot of white guys saying they're for Trump. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. And then you can't get them to, like, believe anything. You're like, so you're okay with Trump? Like, you have daughters and shit, and you're okay with Donald Trump, a rapist, being president? And then they'll say, oh yeah, that woman was lying. Like, they'll ignore the trial and just say that, oh, she was lying. So, and yeah, they don't even care about their own daughters. Like, it's kind of crazy, man. I don't know. I mean, I guess if you only listen to Fox News, you might have, like, the wrong idea of what's going on. And I guess apparently a lot of people only watch Fox News. But it's not like I just stumbled upon this yesterday. I've been doing my show for like 5 years, 6 years. And so I know what Donald Trump is about and who he is. So it's good that he's imploding. That's what I'll say. But Donald Trump isn't the only peril that the Harris campaign has to look out for. There's her stance on the Israeli-Palestine situation. Like, just the other day, Israel bombed this dude's house, killed his wife and their 4-day-old infants. They were 4 days old, and Israel killed them. So, pretty clear that Israel is like a terrorist state. It's a bad thing. Oh, and then just recently, like, a mob of like 100 armed fucking Israeli thugs went to the Palestine in the West Bank and just, like, attacked some village and killed some Palestinian guy. They just showed up and did it. And then there's video. I just got a video of the Israelis picking up a random guy in a detention center, random Palestinian guy, and, like, sodomizing him to the point where he needed to go to the hospital. For what? A ruptured anus. A torn anus. Torn rectum. Damn near it killed him. So Israel's pretty fucked up. I mean, they got the world court on their ass. Like, yeah, dude, Israel's pretty fucked up. Like, I know there's strategic value in having an ally in the region, right? Since the United States fucking nuked all the other allies, lost all the allies it had there. It's like basically losing control of the region. But if the world switched to renewable energy, then the region wouldn't be nearly as important. I mean, oil's still gonna play a big fat role. I mean, you're not gonna get rid of oil. Because it'll have to be like a miracle to make so much energy that you could replace oil. I mean, you can generate it with solar power, but you can't store it. Like, you can't. It's not liquid form. That energy is like literal electricity. Huh, I wonder if I can just change this to sand or flatten this out. Yay! Look at all the sand, all the glass I have. Yeah, so Harris has got to deal with it, because it destroyed Biden's presidency. Biden destroyed his presidency for Israel. Which is kind of weird, man. Like, yeah, it's kind of weird that he would destroy his presidency for a foreign government. I mean, now you're getting into like Trump levels of stuff. Like, there's got to be some kind of strategic reason why. I mean, why not just get like, is it the plausible deniability? Is that what it is? Like, because you can't buy plausible deniability. So what do I mean? I mean, like, Israel does the things that the United States could do on its own, but doesn't want to take the diplomatic hit. So it has Israel do it for it and say, oh, it wasn't the United States, it was our sovereign nation friend Israel. Wink, wink, sovereign nation, wink, wink. Like, but Israel plays out the policies that the United States, like, can't do itself for diplomatic reasons. Like, it's weird to me that what's it called? Iran is fucking holding like conversations with Israel to let them know that yeah we're gonna hit you, we're gonna like strike you back. Like, Israel didn't phone Iran and tell them, oh yeah, we're gonna come assassinate your dude on this day at this time, all right, get ready for it. Like, so why is Iran calling Israel to tell them that they're gonna get attacked? Like, that's just weird. So as to avoid casualties? Like what? I don't know. used up all that dirt. Can you believe it? It's all gone. I'm gonna take the sand and go make glass. Oh, that's the other big news. The snapshot for Minecraft came out. A snapshot is like a build of Minecraft that's not like solid. It's gonna change. But it's like for testing out the new stuff that they want to do. And in this snapshot of Minecraft, they finally add minecart physics. And they finally made a way for the minecart to go faster than eight blocks a minute or a second. Whatever. 8 meters a second. 8 blocks a second. No, it does not 8 blocks a second. I don't know. Faster. You can go make them go faster. And they can jump. They have physics, proper physics when they jump. So you can make roller coasters and stuff. And you can increase the speed by a lot. I need to get that mod, the WD-40 mod for the chests. So much noise. Yeah, so that's gonna be good. It's gonna be like a new game, Minecraft. It's going to be like a new game. I need to get dirt. Dirt is the key. The key is dirt. The dirt. Like, where else can I get it? On the backside again. I'll just go back here again. Go find another hill to dig down. So Harris needs to figure out how to fix the issue in Palestine. And the first issue is to get the Israelis to stop dropping bombs on the Palestinians. Here's the chunk I just chopped off. That's pretty chunky. Let me go find another hill to... How about the one over there? Yeah, buddy. Let's go get that one. All right. Coming with me, hill. This whole tree or hill is coming with me. You trees have got to leave. Get it? Leave. Ha 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 ha. What are they gonna do? What are they gonna do about Israel-Palestine? I mean, first of all, stop the killing. That's like the first step. Nothing else was getting done till you stop the killing. All right. Ooh, hey. Like you thought I was joking. No, I'm taking this whole tree, this whole hill, this whole chunk. I'm gonna move you. You know what? I'll take another layer. Oh no. Don't come here trying to steal my blocks, Enderman. Enderman. So we gotta do something like Israel-Palestine. I'm like, it's great to put Donald Trump in prison and for him to finally face consequences for his crimes. That's fantastic. But that doesn't address the ongoing fucking travesty. Again, how can we be the United States as the good guys if we're facilitating genocide? I mean, it speaks right back to our original sin of slavery and genocide. It's like we never learned anything. Alright, Apple. Here. I'm gonna keep... Yeah, bye-bye, Apple, and bye-bye, crafting table. Alright, bye-bye. Saplings. Like, I took the hilltop. We're coming down to the nubs now. I mean, I can keep going. From the side here. But even then, I'm pretty full. I can kick out the wood. I don't need you, wood. Like, if you want to maintain strategic control of the region, like, well, the thing is that you don't. I mean, like, it's not really... Like, why are we even there? It's for the oil, isn't it? Damn it. Fuck. It's crazy. It's crazy making. Like, you have to make oil not important. I mean, oil is killing the environment anyways. We shouldn't be even using it. It all comes down to oil. Why is Russia able to attack Ukraine? Because it has oil. Oil is energy. It all comes back to energy. I'm telling you. That's why I was all excited about the molten salt nuclear reactor. I figured we found a way to make unlimited energy. Virtually unlimited energy. And we did, it just corrodes the hell out of the containment vessel. Because we don't have a material like... oh, and it's fucking super hot. Don't forget that it's like molten hot. And we don't have materials that can handle it. Like, how did they do it the first time, back in the 50s? Well, they weren't trying to make power out of it. They were just saying they can even do it. But yeah, it's all about the energy. The vast majority of our issues are about energy. If we only had a way of accessing enough energy without like being able to kill each other. Like, it's still crazy to me that USA is such a gun culture still. But I think that's tied to white supremacy. Yeah, what are you gonna do about Palestine? The Israeli government already said they don't want a two-state solution. They will reject a two-state solution. They already said that. So you can't work with the current iteration of the Israeli government. The United States cannot. I mean, it is right now, but it shouldn't, because it's contradictory with its stated goal of a two-state solution. Maybe the United States is lying, and it's just providing cover for the Israelis for them to implement their one-state solution, the preferred one-state solution, which is all Israelis and no Palestine, and no Palestinians, unless they accept second-class citizenship. Because you're not really a citizen. You'll never really be a citizen in apartheid Israel. That's just the way it is. Why are we supporting that? See, that's so. Some scholars will say it's because It's like part of a global anti-black agenda. That it's settler colonialism. And settler colonialism is basically built upon white supremacy. And who exactly is white varies and will change. It's malleable. Whiteness isn't something inherent to a creature. It's something that's bestowed upon them by society. That's why in America, groups that have been here, that are big enough and have been here long enough, become white, whereas at first they weren't. Like, just look at the Irish, right? Look at the Germans. Look at the Italians. Like when they first got here, yeah, they were super exploited. Not like chattel slavery level exploited, like the Black Americans, and not like kill your family and steal your land exploited like the Native Americans. But you were still pretty badly exploited by the same kind of people who would do that, who would kill and enslave people. Yeah, I should have kept that Einstein quote. But Einstein, there's a meme I saw about Einstein. Einstein like refused to go to like colleges and give speeches or whatever until like toward the end of his life, and then he accepted and he went to a historic black college, and he said that it's not a problem for black people. It's a problem for white people to have like white supremacy. It's a white person problem, not a black person problem. Because again, what is white? Does it have a country? Does white have a history? Yeah, white is a social construct. It's not real. We make it real. I mean, there's such things as Italians and English and French and Jamaican and Ugandan. Those are things, right? But there's no white. White then is a set of privileges, and it's opposed. The way you see it is that its opposite is black, or people who don't have privilege. And whiteness was devised by the slaver class. Slavers were the ones who came up with the idea of whiteness. Why? Because it used to be like there wasn't always white. It used to be like, yeah, Frenchmen, Englishmen, Dutchmen, like that. And the rationale behind the justification of African enslavement, the rationale was that, oh, well, they're not Christian, so we can enslave them because they're not Christian. But then a lot of the slaves adopted Christianity. So then you lose your justification for enslaving Africans. So slavers, and then plus you still had indentured servants, which were people who sold themselves into servitude for a number of years. And then at the end of those years, they would regain their freedom. So it wasn't like permanent. There was a way out of it. Whereas with slavery, with chattel slavery, you were literally property, and there was no end. There would never be end. None for you, none for your children. There would never be freedom. Like, so it's vastly distinct. Indentured servitude and slavery are very, very different. Don't confuse the two. They're not the same. Europeans endured indentured servitude. They did not endure slavery. So the system of slavery is with us today in the concept of white. Because again, there's no white country, there's no white culture, there's no white history, there's no white leader, there's no white. White is a social construct. It's not an ethnicity. It's not a place that you come from. It's not a history. It's not real. It's the world that's been pulled over your eyes to keep you from the truth. What is that truth? Are we slaves? No, but like, yeah, you have to uphold, the system has to be upheld. And so when the slaves started to adopt Christianity, then the slavers needed a new justification for enslaving Africans. And their new justification was, yeah, whiteness. Skin color. Colorism. So they invented it. English slavers literally invented the concept of whiteness in order to differentiate, or in order to keep slaves even if they convert to Christianity. that was literally the reason why they did it. How they invented whiteness. That's where it came from. The idea of no one was white until the slavers needed a reason to keep enslaving Africans, even if they converted to Christianity. That is where whiteness comes from. It's not real. It's an idea propagated by slavers. Doing pretty good here. I almost got the whole thing. Hey, not bad. My shovel's about to die. It's just weird that we're still fighting it today. Like, it's still with us today, that idea of whiteness. Even though it's not real. Like, we make it real. With our minds. Your mind makes it real. Motherfuckers talking about red pill, man. They have no idea what they're talking about. Ah! They're so ignorant. So ignorant. That is not bad. I did a lot of work. Kind of surprising myself. So yeah, the United States is destined to be a multiracial democracy. But to get there, we have to overcome our sins. And our sins are slavery and genocide. How do you show that you have redeemed yourself from your sins of slavery and genocide? You don't facilitate it in other parts of the world, which is exactly what's happening right now with yeah, right now it's happening right now. Israel is just bombing the fuck out of Gaza with the idea that if they make conditions unbearable enough and if they kill enough people, then the Palestinians will leave and go somewhere else. Israel doesn't care where they go, just as long as they're gone. Why? So that Israel can come in and take the land and use it for whatever it wants to do. So it's exactly what the settlers did, that the United States did in the American West. They waged war on the Native Americans, killed them, and captured the rest, and said, if you don't go on this piece of land, we'll destroy you. If you don't leave your home and go to this other place, we will kill you. So the natives had no choice, right? They had no choice, no other way of doing it without dying. Well, that's what the Palestinians are doing, or that's what the Israelis are doing to the Palestinian people. They're blowing up the land and saying, if you don't leave, you're probably gonna die, or you can stay here or you can stay here and like live in the misery of a bombed city. Yo, what's up, Coolie Man 7? What is that? 702? 707. Coolie, are you sussy? What is sussy? Am I a suspect? Suspected of what, homie? Sussy. Like, what is that nonsense? What? I have no idea. So yeah. The United States has to overcome its original sin of slavery and genocide. And by supplying weapons to Israel for them to murder and genocide the Palestinian people, that's not a demonstration of understanding. It doesn't say that the United States understands that slavery and genocide are bad. What am I talking about? I'm talking about how the United States is supplying weapons to Israel, and Israel is using the American weapons to kill the Palestinian people who live in Gaza, and destroying the entire city of Gaza, because the Israelis want the Palestinian people to either die or to leave the land, so that the Israelis can take the land and annex it for themselves. What's sussy, dude? What's that? Yeah, don't you know? Don't you know, Holmes? Yeah, not many Americans, not many Westerners know about what's happening in Israel and Palestine. I didn't know, really. I didn't know. Like, I heard about it, but I didn't really look into it. I didn't really look into it. The first time I heard about it, my French friend, took me to a fucking demonstration in Paris. And I just kind of went along with it. I had no idea what was going on. I didn't know who the Palestinian people were. I didn't know who the Israeli people were. I didn't know anything. I just went to this demonstration in Paris because I thought it'd be cool. I mean, yeah, right? My friend invited me, and I thought, all right, cool. I've never been to a demonstration before. We stood around, and we held a candle and listened to speeches. And this was in 1997. That was my first time I ever went to a pro-Palestinian demonstration in 1997. I'm old. Oh, dude, I must have lost that guy. He was here, but he's gone now. What am I talking about? Yeah, I was talking about Israel-Palestine. So the Harris administration, like, I'm assuming it's a big assumption, right? It's a big assumption to say that Harris wins the presidency and takes power. I'm assuming Donald Trump fails in his attempt to overthrow the election. But I'm not entirely certain that's going to happen. Like, I can assume, I can guess, I hope that the United States is able to stop Donald Trump from overthrowing democracy in the United States. I can hope that happens. So assuming that happens, assuming that Harris wins the election and the Americans are able to fend off the MAGA from overthrowing democracy. After that, Harris still has to deal with Israel-Palestine. It's still going to be an issue. So she needs to start figuring out a solution to what's going on there. Like, Biden says he's been trying to get a ceasefire going, but Netanyahu, the prime minister or president, one of the leader of Israel, is not interested. The Israeli government passed a resolution stating that they are not in favor of the two-state solution. And the two-state solution, that was what was supposed to be, the deal since 1948, dude. That was always going to be the deal. The two-state solution was always the deal. But now the current Israeli government says no, they're not interested in the two-state solution. So that puts Israel at odds with the United States. Number one. Number two, Israel wants a one-state solution, and they're using American weapons in order to implement their preferred policy, which is the one-state solution. They can only do so if they continue to receive U.S. weapons. If the United States didn't provide them weapons, then could they enact their one-state policy? Oh, that's right. I needed to fix my shovel. No, they couldn't. So Harris needs to figure out how the relationship that the United States is going to have with Israel, because Israel is at odds with the preferred American policy, and they're engaged in genocide and war crimes. It cost Joe Biden the presidency. Donald Trump wants to claim that he did it, but that's not true. Donald Trump has never been any different than other than what Donald Trump is. No, what caused Biden to lose the presidency was his stance on Palestine. So, if Palestine is what did in the Biden's presidency, then what's Harris gonna do about it? Because it's not going away. Just because Harris becomes president doesn't mean it's gonna go away. The issue is still gonna be pretty important and something the Americans gotta deal with. Yeah, I need to recharge my shovel. No getting around it. Yeah. That's assuming that Donald Trump's coup attempt fails again. If it doesn't fail, then we're going to be in a civil war. I don't think Gore 2.0 is going to happen again. Although Donald Trump is going to try it. He's going to try to get his forces to disrupt the election in as many places as he can. I think he's really focused on Georgia. He got he's corrupted the people in Georgia. The government. There's election officials in Georgia, and he got 3 of them to show up at his Georgia rally. And then be named personally by Donald Trump as saying that he would fight for them. Like, holy shit, you know those guys are not gonna certify the election if Donald Trump wins or loses. They will not certify the election if Donald Trump loses. They're gonna make sure that Donald Trump takes Georgia, or they're not gonna certify the vote. So that means Harris has to be able to win the presidency without Georgia. Because Donald Trump has corrupted that state. Because if it comes down to Georgia, we're going to have it's going to be Bush v. Gore 2.0. So Harris needs to find a way to win the presidency without the state of Georgia. So she's probably going to need Michigan, which means she's going to need to take care of the Palestine problem issue. The Israeli genocide of Palestinians. She can't pull a Biden. I don't know what the fuck Biden was on that made him basically abandon his presidency. Really, what it just boggles my mind that he would give up the US presidency for Israel. But here we are, right? He did it. He fucking did it. He gave up his presidency for Israel. Yes, rain down the monsters. Fix my shovel. What can I say, right? What can I say? Ukraine is advancing pretty far into Russia. And I think they're gonna hold it. I don't think they're falling back. I think they're gonna seize that chunk of Russia and just hold on to it. That's hilarious. It's so funny that Russia tries to invade Ukraine and now they're getting invaded back. That's hilarious. What's the joke? It used to be that Russia was the second best army in the world. Then it became the second best army in Ukraine. Then it became the second best army in Russia. That's funny. Yeah, the Russians are getting destroyed, getting wrecked. I love it. Go Ukraine. I want the Americans to like let the Russians or let the Ukrainians use the weapons however they want. Like give them long-range missiles to strike into Russia. I mean, what's Russia gonna do? Fire missiles into Ukraine? It's already doing that. Ha ha ha. You might as well let Ukraine do it to Russia. Russia's doing it to Ukraine already for a long time now. Like, it'll make things go so much faster if you just let Ukraine use what it has. It makes, the sooner the war ends, the better. Oh man. Alright, my shovel is fixed. Oh, my viewer left when I started talking shit about Russia. How funny. Yeah, that was hilarious. Let the sun shine in. 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 Alright, I think that will do it for me. I did a lot over there. I have room to build now. I can make a farmland, which I shall do. Make farming houses. Okay, until next time. Pogo Kiddo out. Peace.